Today's video feature is how do we pick a jury in a North Carolina criminal case, and more specifically a DUI charge. Now, juries are very important and critical to our system of justice. We are the only country in the world that has this system, and I'm a firm believer in it even after 31 years in practice. Now, in Mecklenburg County, which is the focus of this video, it's a large county, so the jury pool, which comes in and sits in the public area of the courtroom, is usually between 50 and 75 people. The judge comes in, introduces themselves, thanks them for their service, and explains how important and critical their service is to our system of justice. They then introduce the courtroom personnel and the lawyers and explain the process and what their roles are. And then we have 12 random people chosen out of the public viewing and put in the jury box. The prosecution, because they have the sole burden of proof, always goes first with their initial questions. Now, the questions can be of a general nature, and then the questions will turn to each individual juror. Now, the juror would have completed a questionnaire which gives some information about what they do, if they're married, what their spouse does, how long they lived in Mecklenburg County, and so forth, if they've had any prior experience with drunk drivers or criminal acts, if they've been the victim of a crime or victim of an accident, things like that. And the prosecution will literally go through each questionnaire with each juror and then make appropriate motions to strike. Now, if we find someone is just not capable of being fair and impartial, then the prosecutor or the defense can make a motion that a juror be stricken for cause. Now, what's the importance of that? Well, it means that the juror can be excused, not out of any type of contempt, but simply because they cannot be fair and impartial, and neither the state nor the defense has to use any of their preemptory strikes, which means they get a limited number of those, so if we can save them for later use, that's always a real plus for both sides. Now, once the state is satisfied with its jury pool, then it's turned over to the defense. And we get to ask the jury in a series of more general and then more specific questions, things that we want to find out about prospective jurors. And at the end of our questioning, we are allowed to make certain strikes. And as jurors are stricken, whether for cause or by peremptory challenge, then they are replaced and the questions can start again. Now, that's why the process takes so long, but what I do like about North Carolina jury selection is it is much more personal. There is direct contacts between the defense lawyer and the prosecutor and potential jurors. So the jury starts to get an idea of the personality and the effectiveness of both counsel, and there's almost a relationship that forms in the sense that you are being able to ask questions specifically from specific jurors. So I do like that part of the process. It is more time consuming for sure. But once we get a jury pool that both the state and the defense are satisfied with, then the jury is sworn, an alternate is chosen, and then we are ready to start the trial. Now, that's a lot of information. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Robert Reeves. My mobile number, 704-351-7979, or email robert@rjrlaw.com. Thank you.